Carlos Mitchell, head assistant, Fern Creek Basketball, Varsity.
All right. We just watched you all finish up your practice. Y'all about a couple weeks away from the opener. What y'all focusing on with the team and the guys right now as far as just getting them ready? What are y'all kind of installing?
Consistency, one big thing. Defensively, that's another big key. And playing for the next thing, the next possession, next thing. A lot of things happened last year for Fern Creek Basketball program and community. Like we tell them guys, that's over with. We didn't bring the net, we didn't bring it home, so we got to start over. So that's one of the big keys, being hungry, jumping on guys early, things like that. But I think defensive rebounding is a very big key, and we've been hammering it day in, day in out since we lost. The defensive rebounding, the fundamentals is going to get us that brick. So that's one of the big keys we've been working on this offseason.
You spoke on your all's monumental season last season. As coaches, how do y'all deal with keeping these kids from getting complacent, which is hard in today's era with social media and everything? How are y'all dealing with that this season?
It's funny because I watch a lot of Nick Saban. He's a great coach to watch and mentor from, and he goes through the same thing kind of what we went through each year, which is amazing. But like you said, it's kind of hard in today's society with the social media. You got distractions times 4. So like we tell them guys, never be satisfied. Never be satisfied. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Each day, work every day. So you only good as your last game, things like that. And Coach Schuler does an awesome job at challenging guys each day. If you let's say we got film, a kid scores 20 and 10. But what about the rotation on defensive end? We don't care about the 3-point. Let's talk about the defensive rotation, and things like that. So it gives guys now to who wants to go play college ball to get ready, because at that level you definitely gonna have to think like that, not get caught up in all the highs and stuff like that. So the guys been doing a good job of kind of toning back in, get ready for the season. I mean, for a group of guys who went through what they went through last year, it's awesome. It was very awesome, especially as coaches, But like you said, the job wasn't done. So if we left a statement on Rep Arena's board before we left, we'll be back. So, right now that's our job to get back to Rupp. That's our job to get back to Rupp.
We just got through talking with seniors Tony Rogers and Anthony Wells. What have you seen from them growth in their game coming into their senior year?
Maturity in the sense of off the court. And like I tell a lot of guys, when you do it off the court, it'll become on the court. And both of them are tremendously hard-working guys, man. They work hard off the court, and I think that's what helped their off-season game grow. And it's really going to help this season this year with the guys, and the fans going to have a good time watching them play this season.
Tony's got a similar body type as you. What kind of pointers have you gave him as far as where he can, step his scoring level up for his senior year?
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. Larry O'Bannon, one of the great outstanding guards to play in the state of Kentucky, did a lot of good things. Through my career in college, I got the chance to be blessed to meet him, and he taught me little things about using your body, being strong. And that's the key points I kind of gave Rogers, man. Just use your body to have confidence. And when you have that and have confidence, the sky's the limit for you. Tony Rogers, I call him a freak athlete. When he realized, he's at an 80% realizing how really athletic he is. And as you guys can kind of see in practice, now he's doing stuff with 2 hands. And it's funny, he told me he was a 1-foot jumper. I said, no, Tony, you're a 2-foot jumper. You tell yourself you're 1-foot jumper. Just try to do 2. He comes back from the season, off season, come back. He's like, Coach, I'm throwing 2 down with ease now. So like I tell a lot of these kids these days, man, it's all about the mentality. If you use your body well like that, which I gonna see this season, the sky's the limit for Tony.
Now I know you guys are like super talented, but I look at a kid like Clint, and he's just that lunch pail guy. Like he's gonna go in there, board, give his body up. Does he serve as like a model for some of the younger guys like Darius? What are some of the things that you tell the younger guys such as Darius and Jaden that they could maybe learn from the upperclassmen?
One of the things is watch their everyday activity. Because as freshmen coming in, especially Jaden Rogers, Darius, and Devin, you talking about kids who kind of getting a lot of exposure early. But then when they run into the grind, it's like, oh, this is not what I was told about. I was told about the glamorous and the flashing. So with Clint, man, I mean, another workhorse. I mean, Clint got a bright future ahead of him. I said a young man, I've had the privilege of knowing him since he was in fourth grade, I'm sorry. He works hard every day, put his blue hat on, and I think that's a lot of his success comes from. And like I told him, if you watch him every day, you'll see one day you'll be in his shoes and you're going to flourish. So, I mean, Clint he's going to have a big-time season. He's going to have a real big-time season.
I know you guys got Trinity early in the schedule. You know, they got multiple kids that are super talented, D1 prospects. I know they got 2 kids that are like the #1 player in the state in their classes respectively. You know, what do you think about that matchup? I know you guys take it one game at a time, but what do you think about that matchup per se and just kind of where you guys are at?
Right. Trinity, man, a real good ball club. It's funny because David Johnson and Jay Scruggs is 2 tremendous athletes, 2 powerful athletes. I mean, Johnson, I watch him play, and I'm like, the kid's special. Scruggs, the kid's special. But, you know, with them, we don't run from nobody at Fern Creek. That's what we don't do. We don't run from nobody. We don't care what the challenge is. We're teaching these guys to get ready for life. So it's going to be big hurdles you got to go against, jump them. But what I tell a lot of people is we got a fleet. And the fleet is going to stop 2 people. And that's no knock with Jay Scruggs and Johnson because they're really good athletes. But if all of our guys 1 through 15 tone in, then the sky's the limit for us, no matter who we play against.
And just to kind of touch on that attitude, you know, like, I mean, Schuler talks about it, compete, compete, compete. I know y'all got a big scrimmage coming up against Aspire Academy. You know, obviously they're a big-time prep school. What does this matchup mean for you guys?
Big time. I mean, you got to think, actually it's funny, it's a new school, I don't know how to refer it. The big dogs versus the new kids on the block. And that's what Aspire is, the new kids on the block. So like I tell them guys, we don't run from nothing. It's funny because I get cheers, I'm ready to play them today. I mean, that's a talented program. Got a lot of good kids. Got Charles Varsity, who's a big-time commit, big-time type of player prospect. Right. You have another kid who signed to Cal, real good kid. So, and they got some players. But as I tell you again, we got a fleet. And these guys last year, we took all the adversity. We down by 7 with a minute left, and we overcome. So that's what I tell them, you know, if we keep working hard every day, do the little fundamentals, we're going to overcome Aspire too. But again, you know, we don't run from no challenge. And they're the new kids on the block. So in order to be the best, you gotta compete against the best. And that's what we're going to do.
What's like some of the goals that you have as an assistant coach, like as far as your approach and your style? What do you want to improve on as far as an assistant coach this season?
This season, definitely, because it's always you can learn always, you can grow always. Every day you grow, you learn something new. So you know, my goal of mine is definitely get to the college level. So you know, being approached, how I approached pre-games, how I approached as a coach. Different things, because it's different from when you play. I know a lot of times, like the year before, I used to put my headsets in, and I'm thinking I'm not getting ready to play the game, but I'm already coached the game, but it gets me in my zone. So, you know, you kind of do things that you did when you played to kind of help yourself out. And this year, again, the first time I looked at the Cooper tape when we lost in the semi-state finals was like 2 weeks ago. So, you know, I just definitely looked at what we did, the little things, and how we can grow from the last time we played, because you're only good as the last time you played. So make adjustments and help for the first game for the season. So things like that, and again, helping other coaches who are under me grow as well. And again, learn from my head coach, because there's always room for improvement. So.
I know you just celebrated a birthday. How much longer you gonna stay at it on the court, man?
Man, it's funny.
I saw you in the dirt bowl this summer, man, playing with Newburgh.
Yeah, Newburgh, man. I tell Newburgh, man, if I'm gonna play in the dirt bowl, I'm gonna play with Newburgh. No knock against anybody, because I love playing with everybody. Definitely a lot of good athletes out here and a lot of good players. Me, you know, God has His way, and I've been on God's train. So it's not me no more. It's whatever He wants me to do, that's what I'm going to do. If it's time to hang the shoes up, it's time to hang the shoes up. If my son continues to grow, I think I'm going to be hanging them up real quick, because he might be dunking on me soon. But, you know, I'm having a good job of helping parents raise young men. My mom always told me it took a village to raise a kid. So just watching young kids grow, the youth grow, helping kids learn the game and teaching them about what it takes to be successful is always a satisfaction sometimes, and then putting the ball in the. So, you know, I'm learning as I'm getting older. Like Al said, I just turned 30, so every day you wise up. You know, sometimes, hey, maybe back then this was cool, this ain't cool no more. You know, so, you know, I learn every day, and I take one day at a time. And, Al, you never know, man. You know, get that cup. No, I'm just but the mission, as I told a lot of people prior going into the season, a lot of questions was raised. Is what you doing, Coach Mitchell? Coach Schuler came and got me, and I told him we on a mission. So let's finish this mission, and, you know, I'll worry about everything else later. So that's the goal for the season.
That's what's up, man. Well, good luck to you, Coach Mitchell, Coach Schuler. Fern Creek Tigers will be here supporting y'all throughout the year, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Go bring it back home to the city.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Like Coach said, your ass come get pushed. They got to retain information. You can't retain information. You can't expect other things. Other than that, guys, just keep working hard. Keep fit. You got it. That's the key this year. Boxing out, little things. Fuck the highlight, though. Boxing out, that's what's going to get us a championship ring. I promise you.